Santusha, this is Open Mic, and we're now back to the third segment of our program. And now we're going to focus on what the commodities that Mexico has, which we have not seen. And I will now ask the Secretary to elaborate on that for us.
Thank you, Mr. Chestnut. Yes, Mexico is powerhouse in many things. We discussed agriculture, but that's not the only thing we do.
Right.
As you mentioned before coming to the program, we have a very nice furniture industry, a very big furniture industry. We are also very important in producing medicines.
Yes.
We do that very well. We do textiles as well, and we do also food.
Right.
Not only live food, but also canned and frozen foods.
Okay.
That can be
used at our supermarkets. Yeah.
That's one of the things that we do. And to showcase all that, next month there will be a specific forum for business people to go to Mexico to see what we are, what we can do, and it's a forum that is specifically oriented to the Caribbean.
Yes.
We have discussed that.
Yes,
before.
we have.
And the forum is actually divided in those four segments: food, textiles, furniture, and medicine and health.
Yes. Now, you know, that's quite interesting because number one, we have right now, this country is going through a very difficult time economically because of the world crisis and all the other factors associated with it. But at our hospitals, for instance, today, we are in dire need of medicines, different medicines. And now that you mentioned that, I was not aware of it. I know that you did, but I didn't realize it to that extent. I think that, again, maybe you should arrange a meeting with the Ministry of Health, or the Ministry of Health should learn to meet with you all, one or the other, so you can highlight what you have, because you know we have two hospitals coming on stream. We have St. Jude's, but even at Victoria Hospital now, and at our various health centers, we are in pretty poor shape as far as that is concerned. So maybe that is something that you can look at, okay? And you know, there's hotels going up here all the time. There's one new hotel going up in the Rodney Bay area. I happen to know the developer very well, and I really would like to introduce him to you, because I think, knowing the gentleman as I do, Mexican furniture would be a wonderful way to start, and all the beautiful pottery and ceramics that you all have there over in Mexico. But what else can you highlight?
Let me interrupt about this, because it's very important to mention that the cooperation in Mexico is in many areas, and only you name one, and we have a very good response what we can do.
Yeah.
Health is one of the issues, but more importantly that we are offering some training and scholarships for the specialization of people from St. Lucia. We are offering 155 scholarships to train people in Mexico.
Is that right?
And now,
in what field?
in every field, all the engineering.
Now, you see, that's wonderful, because as I said earlier, for the last 50 years, I mean, Mexico brings millions of tourists a year.
Exactly.
And you know, you all have been through the hard line to see what it, so it'd be wonderful for us to see what you're doing, because you are indeed successful.
Yes,
There's
we're
no
a
question about it.
Big country with that, and we are offering, for example, training in tourism and hospitality services, at a high level. So we are ready to start programs in the tourism. We had a meeting 2 days ago with the PS of the tourism area, and we start to have a conversation, but we need to grow something very important with the Latin American countries, because all the people believe that the language barrier is a very strong.
But everybody speaks English.
Exactly. So, for example, my English is not too good, but the people doesn't need to speak English to come to be tourists or to do tourism in your country. I think we need to change the mentality.
Yes.
We need to change the attitude about the Latin American countries, and that includes the education. We have one of the most important universities in the world, the National Autonomous University.
Okay.
We have one of the biggest institutes for technologies in Mexico, the Polytechnic Institute, and we are offering 100 scholarships for the people from the Caribbean states in order to go to study to Mexico. And it's not necessary.
When do you hope to start that, Mr.
We start in May.
In May?
And
but have you got any applications yet?
One.
One application.
From the 6 Caribbean
from which
states.
Country?
For the 6 countries that I mentioned before.
The ladies from St. Lucia.
And the person that is going to work in the tourism, the hospitality services, is some young lady that is working now in one hotel.
And you got one applicant. St. Lucia, you hear what I'm saying, or what is being said? 150 scholarships are being offered, and one applicant came through. Can that be right? When we're talking of jobs and education, and we want to bring our tourism to another level, I think you better wake up and smell the coffee, St. Lucia, and try to go through your different ministries and find what is going on. How was that? Was it advertised?
Well, we informed to the media the call, and we had obviously the communication with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, with the Minister of Education. But the thing that most important thing, Mr. Chasnet, is the attitude and the mentality that we have about the Latin American countries.
Okay.
It's very important that the people that are watching the program, that, for example, in 20 of the scholarships, it's not necessary to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
We will train the people with 6 months before.
Certainly. Well, we have a lot of people going to Cuba.
For example, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is going to visit Mexico on the 9th, September the 9th, and we will analyze exactly what we are doing in the Caribbean with the cooperation, what we are doing in cooperation in the Caribbean states. And we will have the President of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Alba Baptiste, and Mr. Didacus Jules is going to Mexico on that the same date, and I will be obviously there with the CARICOM director of the CARICOM and the director for the Caribbean States Association, the most important Caribbean organization. CARICOM, the Caribbean States Association, and the OECS will be present with my minister to discuss what kind of cooperation we are doing and what are the challenges with the cooperation. So what I want to say to the public is we have many possibilities to cooperate, not only Mexico. Many countries that you mentioned, the diplomatic corps here is ready to cooperate, and I think we are having some improvement on that, but it's very necessary that the people know what we are offering, and this kind of program for us is a very opportunity.
Well, I hope, Mr. Minister, that you are indeed listening, Mr. Alva Baptiste, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and also the Prime Minister, because this is a time when we need to educate our people, and let us hope and pray that you all can revisit that situation. Don't let it slip through our fingers, because you don't get these offers too often. So we have a couple of very important issues, but we have now come to the end of the 3rd segment of our program, and we'll be right back.